King. A special report airing on the new Spokane drug ordinance. That's going to be airing at 6 a.m. on Good Morning Northwest. In just a moment, I'm going to be speaking with Derek, talk a little bit about making the special report, what it was like. And before we get to that, though, we have a little teaser for you right here.
Open drug use outlawed in Spokane, but more than 100 arrests later. Has anything changed? 4 News Now goes back on patrol with Spokane police. Will the new law ever make a difference? What our cameras caught in just a few short hours. Wednesday on Good Morning Northwest.
Let's go ahead and bring in Derek, shall we? Derek, you've been riding along with Spokane police quite a lot recently. Are they giving you at least stickers or maybe an honorary badge?
Yeah, maybe I should have asked for that along with Lieutenant Dan Waters this time. So maybe the third time will be the charm for me.
Definitely. So Derek, why don't we just talk about what is the new drug ordinance? What's changed from just a couple of months ago?
Yeah, so let me go back first, if I might. So it was in early April that I did that story on kind of just how rampant the drug problem is in downtown. And after just spending like an hour, maybe a little more than an hour with cops, we saw so many people that were smoking fentanyl or other illegal drugs downtown. Now, on July 1st, a new state law went into effect, making possession of illegal drugs a gross misdemeanor. But the city wanted to get ahead of that, and they passed their own ordinance that went into effect in early May that made open drug use in public spaces a gross misdemeanor. So now, Rob, in case people don't know, a misdemeanor, just a simple misdemeanor, is punishable by up to 90 days in jail. So a gross misdemeanor is something that would be between a misdemeanor and a felony. So a gross misdemeanor is punishable by up to 364 days in jail. And I want to say, I don't have it in front of me, but I want to say up to $5,000 as well. So much more serious than just a simple. So if you get caught smoking fentanyl or other illegal drugs in downtown Spokane, you can go to jail for 1 day shy of a year now, which is, it's a much bigger deal than what it used to be.
Yeah, the narrative for a long time has been, police just bring them in, they process them, and then release them, where that's no longer the case for a lot of these arrests.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what we saw with police and in speaking to downtown businesses is that they both have some compassion for these people, right? They want to get them to resources. They want them to go to rehab, try to get off drugs. But at the same time, they know that this is becoming a problem in downtown Spokane. There are people who are scared to go downtown, let's face it. And there are businesses who don't want to do business in downtown anymore because of all the drug problem they see. So Lieutenant Dan Waters, who we rode along with almost 2 weeks ago now, he put it simply. He says, we want to get these guys help, but also we believe they're in a better place if we take them to jail than leaving them out here in a bad situation where they probably got their drugs on this corner and they're going to continue to use if they don't have that sobering reality of I'm going to jail for a while now, I'm going to be forced to get myself clean.
Now, just about a month ago, we covered some of the immediate changes that we saw with this new drug ordinance. Your special report is going to be focusing on, now that we're kind of removed from the passing of that. So what has changed?
Yeah, so when we talked to them, we rode along with them over 2 weeks ago. It had been in effect for about 6 weeks, and they had made more than 90 arrests of open drug use in public spaces. And again, the barrier that police face is they actually have to see them lighting and inhaling fumes. So they have to catch them in the act in order to make an arrest. And I'm still waiting on updated numbers, but you can imagine 90 plus in 6 weeks. Add 2 more weeks, it's going to be well over 100 here at this point. So now they can get you for the open drug use, and now that the state law is in effect, for possession of illegal drugs as well. So it's going to be much, much tougher for drug users to be openly using on the streets of Spokane.
Now, I live in downtown. Now I have seen open drug use. Do they recommend calling 911 or calling Crime Check? Did they say what they want the public to do if they see something like that?
They didn't specify 911 or crime check, but yes, they want you to call and make reports, because even if they aren't able to respond, they're still going to go in their database, right? And they're tracking where these crime trends are occurring. So they want to know what areas that they should be better policing with their foot patrols, with their bike patrols, and whatnot. So yes, most definitely, if you see something, you should certainly say something.
And Derek, have they noticed a trend whether it seems that drug use in downtown is going up or going down following the passing of this ordinance?
Okay, so there's a couple interesting things on that. The police told us that they are seeing less and less of it because the word is getting out in the streets that these drug users know that there's now laws into effect where they can get a gross misdemeanor. And interestingly, one guy that we witnessed get arrested, and he was speaking to police, and we had Lieutenant Dan Waters mic'd up so we could kind of hear their conversation on our video. He said, the drug dealers are aware of this now too. So the price of fentanyl is going up because they realize it's getting tougher on the streets for them to push it out. So instead of, say, $2.50 or $3 a pill, this guy who was arrested told us it's now going up to over $4 or maybe even $5 a pill, just basically based on what we're seeing from this ordinance. And then the other thing is that we talked to two downtown businesses right there near the House of Charity, kind of in that area around 2nd and State, off a division there. And they're the ones that told us, they do believe it's getting better downtown because they've noticed the increased patrols, but still rampant fentanyl use is something that they see every day. The general manager of the Reclaim Project's used furniture store says they spend 20 or 30 minutes every morning clearing off used foils that were used to smoke fentanyl, just garbage that's left behind, or in some cases even human urine and feces that they leave on their sidewalk. And they're trying to run a business down there, and Reclaim Project Recovery helps men get out of homelessness or drug situations. So they are trying to help these same people that are kind of trashing the area around their store every day.
Got it. And Derek, being on TV, you're kind of limited for time, and we have to get to ad breaks. Your package will be, a certain amount of time. Was there anything you had to cut that you found interesting, though, that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question, because I had to condense things into 4 minutes. And anybody who knows TV, like anything more than 90 seconds is considered a long story. So this is going to be close to 4 minutes. And what I didn't include was a couple of businesses that we knocked on to try to get them to talk to us on camera about their problem. One of them was Urbana Hair Salon, which is right off a division. And as you can imagine, there's a lot of drug use right in front of her store. And in fact, when she was trying to describe this to me, she said, I don't want to go on camera. I understood, but she's like, walk outside with me and I'll show you what we typically see. Well, there happened to be a gentleman smoking fentanyl right on her front steps as she walked me outside.
Oh my gosh.
I had a little bit of a conversation with him, and I had a hard time just finding where to include that in the story. But basically our conversation ended with a little fist bump, and I told him, hey buddy, be careful out here, because it can be dangerous for people out in these streets.
Got it. Well, Derek, I think it's really important for people to know that the work is being done to try to turn that area around and to get these people the help that they need. Derek, is there anything else you want to add before I let you go?
No, I don't think so, other than that, the city ordinance is about making our streets of downtown Spokane safer, and not only for you and me and the families that want to bring their kids downtown, but also for these drug users too, and continuing to try to get them the help that they need and referring them to services. But if that's still not working, then sometimes police believe at least the best case is for them to go to jail and try to straighten themselves out that way.
Absolutely. Derek, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you on the 4th of July taking a moment for me. And don't forget Derek's Go USA. Derek's special report airs tomorrow morning on Good Morning Northwest at 6. It will be up on our website following its airing as well. Derek Deis, thank you very much.
You got it, bud. Thanks.
And like I said, Derek's special report will be tomorrow morning, and it'll be up on our website later. Thank you, Derek, for joining me. If you missed some of this live stream interview, that will be attached to the story as well, and you can watch this and it'll be uploaded in about an hour from now on our website and KXLY Plus, where you can also watch previous special reports that we've done and the live stream interviews we've done with the anchors that have completed them. So thank you for watching. We will have a KXLY Plus daily rundown coming up around 12:30 today. But for now, live in the studio, I'm Rob King for KXLY Plus.